Hello, people in our radio television in the English language. We carry on with the talks in our school. Carry on talking about T.M.Js. T.M.Js is a special topic that everybody asks to me to do these things in our television. And that is why we listen our audience, and today we carry on explain something about the T.M.Js. T.M.Js, particular joint, special joint. Don't miss that video. In our body, as you know, all is related. Everything we are doing in our parts, in some parts, is affecting shortly or longer another part of our body. That's why important to understand that T.M.J is connected to the craniofacial system, and that the main problematic of the joint is because it's a dysfunction in the craniofacial system. Important is also to understand that when we are treating the temporomandibular joints, it is not only treat regarding about the physiotherapy or a bite or occlusal adjustment. No, it is important the treatment and in an holistic way. That means interdisciplinary way. Different specialties treating together a particular dysfunction with a particular physiology. And that is something that I want to explain to you today, roughly. How is the point of view in our school for the treatment of the T.M.J disorders, or best called the craniomandibular disorders? The jaw position is something very important in our school because the jaw position can affect the rest of the body. Look at that person who have an anteposition. The jaw is habituated to go to a anteposition. And look at what happened in this position, what happened with the posture. Look at this. We have how is increasing the overload from 11 kilos to 13 kilos when the patient closes the mouth, and how the body center is affected also. That's things we have to understand, that is very important to take care when we do a treatment in the T.M.Js or in the craniofacial system. For that reason, it's important to understand that something that starts on the top of our body can affect the rest of the body when we are doing a treatment. Something from here, that is the craniofacial system, slowly can affect the lumbars and the foot support, going from the top to the bottom. When we do a treatment, also we have to pay attention on it, because if our treatment is not a good treatment, can do several problems, can create several problems in our postures in the rest of the body. The craniofacial dysfunctions can affect chronically descending, as we saw before, creating alterations that we call scoliosis. Those are physiological scoliosis, adaptive scoliosis, not anatomical scoliosis. One of the things that can create that is obvious, the craniofacial dysfunction. And this is very important to understand, because when we do the diagnosis, we can understand how to do the treatment, how to finish the treatment, and how to do a treatment without interferences for the rest of the body. The craniofacial system dysfunction chronically can affect, as we saw, the rest of the body, and can arrive to affect and create a functional scoliosis. But if we add an alteration in the foot support, the thing is worse. Look at that patient, that particular patient who, with this situation in the mouse, with the lateral deviation, you know, when the jaw is losing the right position, start the bruxisms as a defense. And you will see here with the bruxisms how we create alterations in the teeth, in the gums, and in the bone. Look at the abrasion in the anterior guide. There, how the anterior guide is bright. And look at there, abrasion in the cervical part of the teeth. We lose bone in that area. That situation will affect the cervicals. Look at that. Also a retroposition who is affecting the cervicals. And if we have a foot alteration that we call that causative foot, both craniofacial system and foot support can create an scoliosis, as you see in that patient. Functional scoliosis. That means the column adapts to the aggression of these two parts of the body. To understand the problematic in all our body, we have to divide the diagnosis into dysmorphisms and dysfunction. Mainly of the problematic of T.M.Js are dysfunctions, creating in the great part of the situations for the jaw position alteration. If we understand that, we can plan a good treatment for the T.M.Js. The main symptoms are local pain, different areas, general pain. We have lumbar pain, neck pain, headaches, etc., etc., and postural alterations. And if we don't act immediately, we will have chronic pain. One problematic that is very difficult to treat in the whole patient, because when it's chronic, it's more difficult to treat the situation of the craniofacial dysfunction. As you can see, treat the T.M.Js only as a separate part of our body, it is impossible. We have to have an interdisciplinary protocol. In our school, the NPR International School, we promote that kind of treatment with medical doctors, dentists, osteopaths, and physiotherapists, working as a team, treating all the situation together to have permanent results in our therapy. For that reason, we have an interdisciplinary protocol in the NPR. The main thing is to deprogram and reprogram. We said deprogramming and reprogramming of the jaw position and the occlusion. But in the meantime, we are treating the postural alteration, musculoskeletal alteration, and the biochemistry of our body. And I will show you synthetically how we treat that with two simple devices talking in our field, that is the dental therapy. The objective of our therapy is, as you see there, to decompress the joint, to have a good condymeniscal synchronization, to obtain a central relationship, a good central relationship of the jaw. And to do all of this, we use the progressive reprogrammation to obtain the vertical, neuromuscular, and postural dimension and a functional occlusion. What they mean, all the things? We have to obtain with a device the decompression of our joints, to allow a good synchronization between condyle and disc. We have to center, we have to have the mandibular in the right position, and we call that the progressive reprogrammation. We don't do that in one day. We do that slowly, combining the whole therapies to obtain that things we know is very important. The vertical, neuromuscular, and postural dimension. That is when the muscles of the craniofacial system are relaxed and in synchrony with the tonic postural system, not affecting the tonic postural system. And after that, we will create a functional occlusion to maintain that situation. To do all this, we have in our school two devices. One of them is the bed, body equilibrium device, and the second one is the reprogrammer. These two devices will allow us to do the good treatment for the craniofacial dysfunction. After that, a good dentist can create a good functional occlusion to maintain that position. We're talking about bed. Bed is a body equilibrium device that do not confuse it as a normal bite. That is a silicone device that is working to annulate the negative effect of the craniofacial system, but also to do not create any problem in the cranial sutures. That is very important. Don't create nothing aggression to the cranial sutures and unblock the craniosacral breathing. This device is a functional device created with a special shape and with a special silicone, medical silicone. That the main important thing is that the material of this device is adapting with the temperature of the body, is adapting at the new situations. It adapts slowly, alone during the night time, because it's a device used during the night time. And we obtain like this the deprogrammation of the craniofacial system, who will allow the specialist to make a good body balance. And after that, we dentists will do the reprogramming with the reprogrammer we have in our school. After deprogramming our craniofacial system and after do the physical rehabilitation, we will have the next step, that is the reprogramming. The reprogramming, we do that with the reprogrammer. There is a lower appliances, always using during the night time, most of the time during night time, most of the patients use it during the night time. And this particular device allows us to do a slowly progressive reprogrammation of the jaw. And when we finish that, the last part of the therapy is to build a good functional and postural occlusion with orthodontic, prosthetic, or both. This is the program of our school to treat craniofacial dysfunction. And this is our protocol. It's a very simple and functional protocol that allows us to do a good treatment in the temporomandibular joints and in the craniofacial system. It's a protocol that, with all medical sciences compromise in the treatment, we can obtain a good result forever. Don't forget it. That's very important. The connection between all disciplines and an interdisciplinary protocol is the goal. And do not forget our page. This is our main page in Facebook, in the web, sorry. And from here you can go everywhere. You can go to the YouTube channel, to the blog, to the Silverstone page, everywhere, but mainly to the application, to our application. So you go there and register, you can log in, and then you will go into the world of the NPR. Different topics, you will see the TV, the radio, all the things in there. You will have the news of the school, the news of the school. You will have also there the television in 3 languages and the radio in 3 languages with videos, with live streamings and videos, and then with the archives in our school from medicine, from dentistry, for physiotherapy, etc., divided, and you can stay there and navigate in our application. It's free application, don't miss it. We have a community with messages with different languages also. It's a very nice place to have all together the NPR, and that's very important because it's the word of the NPR. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you like this video, and I will see you in the next presentation in English language. Have a good day and enjoy this particular topic, who is T.M.J. We carry on doing videos about T.M.J. because it's the thing that people ask to me to do. T.M.J. is important. Bye bye everybody. I hope you stay good and you stay safe, and I will see you in the next video in our NPR television in English language.